Hello, 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 family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you guys doing? Hope you are doing fine. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're going to have fun today talking about the news, what is going on when we want to travel. They are changing everything to make more money because for the past years, airline, they have been losing money because people were not traveling. Everything was suspended, put on hold. And then they were not charging late fees or when you want to switch airline or reschedule, all of these things because of the global pandemic. But now, since we have a vaccine, they are reviewing every single things. I haven't been on a plane for almost 2 years. Yes, welcome, welcome everybody. But I have co-workers that have been traveling, and all of them were complaining that the airline was packed. There were no empty seats. There were no empty seats. Even yesterday, I had a co-worker who flew from the northern part of the USA coming to the southern part. And he said if he knew that the plane was so packed, he said it was packed like a sardine. I laughed so hard when he told me this. He saw me and he asked me. I said, no, I haven't been traveling. And he said it was packed like a sardine. There were no empty seat. No. And I asked even the middle seat. And he told me, no, there's no longer a middle seat. And I said, yes. I saw something which I read, and the middle seat was just lift up on the first, on some airline. Yeah, so I read different articles and I printed them and I said, okay, I can discuss this on Saturday. So the topic is what is trending on the travel arena. Yeah, even the TSA, the only thing that the TSA decided to do, it was supposed to expire. Okay, today is the 8th, tomorrow 9. Okay, the mask was supposed to expire in the plane on Tuesday, May the 11th. On Tuesday, May the 11th, the TSA, which is the Transportation Security Administration in the USA, but they have changed their mind. They're going to continue till September 3rd. On September 3rd, 2021, there will be no longer mask required while you are flying. So you may decide to wear your mask to protect yourself, but the next person sitting, because there is no mask requirement in a plane. Yes, so these are the things here, Donari. Yeah, on September 3rd, 2021, you can be on a plane and you're not required to wear mask. It was supposed to expire on May 11, 2021, but based on statistic, 45% in the USA, people has not done the vaccine. So they push it till September 3rd. So September 3rd, if you fly on September 3rd, you cannot tell somebody, oh, mask up or put your mask on. No, no, no. It's going to be over. So this is one of the news that I was like, oh, Lord Jesus. Not all the plane. No, no, no. For the USA, it's for all the plane. Donari for the USA is all the airline. It is all the airline. On September 3rd, it's going to be all the airline because it's the TSA that decided, which is the USA Transportation Security Administration. Okay. Hello, hi, you welcome. So once the TSA decided that, mask is no longer required, you cannot abide by it. Now you can feel free to wear it, but it's not the norm. So this is what is going on. And the travel industry, they will follow, because there are 45% as of today in the USA, people who did not get the vaccine. And there is no law to force anybody to get this vaccine, but you don't know if the person that's sitting next door to you, that's the issue. You may wear it for yourself, but you cannot, it's no longer a requirement. And that's all the airline. And guess what? The travel industry agree, they concur with it, because the article here saying extending the federal mask mandate for travel is the right move and has the travel industry full support. The universal wearing of masks in the travel environment is both an effective safeguard against spreading the virus and boost the public confidence in traveling. Hey, Philamin, welcome. So when we're going to lift it in September, on September 3rd, more people will travel, because some people don't want to travel now because they have to wear mask in the plane. And some people, they don't want to wear mask in the plane. And I know it's not comfortable sitting in one place for 6 hours, 9 hours, 18 hours, wearing the mask in one place. And because it's very confined, so the air doesn't circulate outside. So people will travel. That's one of the things there. Okay. Even Delta Airline, I can say this because Delta is on the list here. Remember, Delta Airline used to leave the middle seat open during the pandemic when it was on the high. The middle seat was open. Nobody sat on the middle seat. But since May 1st, it's over. The middle seat, now they're selling the middle seat. And the last person to close this gap. Yeah, because the lockdown depends on every country. On your side, the government over there decided something. And here, even in this country, here in the USA, Gloria is going to make Aya burst into laughing. She said, how about 12-hour job? Okay, on average, where I work, even if you enter the building for 1 sec, you need to wear mask. And now there is a total temperature checking. You don't find anybody standing. Most of the place that I'm going now, you don't find anybody standing there and checking with a thermometer to see. No, there is this new technology things that check. You just go and put your what they call it, I forgot the name of this part of the head, the front of your head, and then it will check it, and then it will say it loud. Normal temperature, like a 97 something. Okay, once you hear the voice of this lady saying normal temperature, then the door open and you can enter. Where I work, that's the way it works. Once he said normal temperature, and then there is a panel with everything that you may have a normal temperature, but you may have a condition, and then you just glance at it and say, no, everything is still the same. Then the door opened. With the new technology, it's unbelievable. when the door open, but you have to have a deer mask on before the door. So there is somebody standing there. Even when you come in mask up, they give you a mask. So me, I always take the mask at the front, even though I have my mask on. Hey, Janet, welcome. So even if it's 1 second, they always give you the surgical mask. And everybody has a mask where I work. I have one box that is 35 of them in. You can change them as much as you want. You can change your mask. I change my mask 3 times in a day. And in fact, I double them. So I change it. And I think when I come home, when I come home, the one that is touch my nose, I will throw it away. And the one that was outside, I always leave it on my table here. Okay? Welcome, everybody. So even if you work there, you will have to wear the mask. Even though it was lifted. Okay, Gloria and I live in the same state. The governor lifted, but the companies decided to keep it for the safety of the employees. But the governor lifted a long time ago. Our governor lifted a long time ago, because this is the issue here. There are federal laws and then there are state laws. The federal is coming from Washington, D.C. D.C. may decide it, but the state trample most of the time, the state trample. And so there are some law, if it's not in the Constitution, people don't fight it. If it's in the Constitution, they will just brand it, oh, it's in the Constitution. If it's not in the Constitution, they will tell you it's not in the Constitution, okay? So the governor, our governor, lifted it long time ago, but business owners and CEOs for the employee, they decided that for the safety of the employee, when you come to the building, you need to mask up. So we have to wear it. And I feel much more at peace and I feel much more comfortable wearing it for my own safety. For my own safety, that's it. Okay, so now coming back to the story here, Delta was the last one to lift the ban for the middle seat. So since May 1st, all the seats are booked and the flight are packed and people start traveling, okay? Because these people, the airline, remember, they are doing business. So when these people are doing business, they're looking at their benefit and then they are looking at their loss. So for the past year or 2 years or so, they have lost so much money that they just want their money back. And also when they are losing money, yes, when they are losing, when the airline are losing money, because they're looking at the end meat, okay, their break even, they start laying off, they start firing. Remember in the beginning of this issue here, the airline let go so many of what they call frontline employees. So it's the flight attendant. If they let go all the flight attendants. Yeah, they were all furloughed. There were so many people that were furloughed because everybody was scared. Yeah, they lost a gazillion of money, you know. So now that everything is a little bit much more comfortable, that's why they decided, okay, we're going to go back like as business as usual. So the US airline that was the last to say the middle seat is up in the air was Delta, and that was just May the 1st. May the 1st, Delta said no more. So you can book the middle seat. And I know I don't like middle seat, but sometimes I don't have the choice. So I take the middle seat. Now, in the state of Florida, Port Canaveral, because we deal with cruises in Port Canaveral in Florida. They deal with cruises they decided that they're going to administer the vaccine. They're going to administer the vaccine to the crew, employees, and if you haven't got your vaccine and you want to go on a cruise for the boat, for the safety of everybody, they decided that they're going to give, if you book a cruise, they want to see your little white card that you are vaccinated, you got your vaccine. If you don't have it, they offer to vaccinate you before you board the boat for your cruise. So even though it was very subtle in the beginning, it seemed like if you're not vaccinated, they're going to make it even harder for you to participate in, to travel, because it seemed that they were talking about vaccine passport, all kind of things, and people were not happy about it, but they're going to find a way to ease in. So when I saw this article saying, okay, Port Canaveral became the first port, that's the title. Okay, Philamin says she didn't get the vaccine yet. Everybody, you're free. If you feel comfortable, you take it. If you ask my opinion, I will tell you, you never know. Janet says she's looking forward to the day we all get free. Okay. I work. I don't travel anyway. Okay, good. If you don't travel, fine. But it's not because you need to travel, but you still interact. You feel what I mean? You still work. You still go out. You don't know. I'm going to tell you a true story that is happening where I work. One of our patients, for some reason, this guy, anytime they test him, he is positive. He is positive for some unknown reason, but the guy is not sick. He is not sick. I'm telling you, he is not sick. But you test that guy, anytime he come to us, they text him, he offer. And when they test him, he is positive to the disease, to korokoro, but he's not sick. He has some mental health issue, but he is not sick. He doesn't do the other disease, no fever, no coughing, none of this, but he is positive. On top of that, he is homeless. On top of that, he is homeless. So we have to find a place for him when he's discharged. But anytime we send him to a group home for homeless people, the group home, when they find out that the guy is positive, they don't keep him, because in the public arena, he is positive, so he may contaminate other people. Then they send it back to us. I'm telling you, when they send it back to us, then my phone starts ringing like a crazy out of the hook. Hey, Uche, welcome. So when I go to the unit, you could see the nurses. I'm telling you, some of them wearing 4 of these, triple and double, and they are like, we praying for our 12-hour shift to be over so we can leave. And the guy is confined in his room to the day area, because day area is everybody there. So you don't know who has a weak immune system. So because you don't want people to get infected, that this is where they got the disease, and you know the way, and Gloria will concur because she lives on my side here. 1, 2, 3. If anybody knows that there's one of them that has the disease and it's among them, and that's where somebody else got it, it's a lawsuit. So everybody is raffling, how are we going to put this person? And nobody wants to get him just because he is positive. So this is what is going on. So knowing that there is someone like that at work, even if, because what the vaccine does is to protect you. It doesn't say that if you get it, you can't get the disease. No, you can get it, but you're not going to die. That's the only difference. So we all triple and double this when you go and talk to him, just to protect yourself. Because I know I have a weak immune system due to my age, and then the fact that I have over health issue. So I'm not going to take the chance. Valichi, I'm originated from Ivory Coast. That's my country. I'm not a Congolese. Oh, I don't want nobody to come for me. There is nothing wrong being a Congolese. I've been to the Congo, guys. I went to Zaire in those days when it was with Zaire. Mobutu Sese Seko was president, okay? Congolese, please don't come for me. I love your music. I've been to your country, so please, okay? I'm not a Congolese. I may sound like a Congolese because I know so many of them, okay? And because we all speak French. So I'm from Ivory Coast. But listen, Ivory Coast in English and the Côte d'Ivoire in French. The name of the country is Côte d'Ivoire, okay? That's where I'm from, Balichi. So I don't want the Congolese to come for me, okay? We are all African and we are all family. That's the only thing I could say. And the European came and then divided, say, this is going to be called Ivory Coast, this is going to be called Niger, this is going to be called Ghana, this is going to be called Congo, okay? Janet is laughing. Yes, I'm your neighbor. That's the reason why I say we are all from Africa and we are all family. UK, okay? We are all family. It's because it's the same thing. And in fact, and this morning, no, but that was yesterday night, I was watching Wodemaya, and Wodemaya was in South Sudan, and he was tasting the South Sudanese food. Yes, Donaro say, and they take you guys and bring them to the Caribbean, but we are connected. Yeah, I'm telling you, girl. Yeah, that's what they did, okay? So when the Maya was tasting the food, and all the food were, I'm like, wow, okay. He was eating okra, fresh okra, and then he was eating dry okra, and then he was eating you guys in Niger, you call it amala. You call it amala in your language, okay? In my language, in Ivory Coast, we call it Kongonde, okay, because Wodemaya is from Ghana, and Wodemaya is, I don't know if it's Ashanti or Cui. The language, he said Kongonde, and he said Kongonde, and it was Kongonde, and Kongonde is dry cassava. That's it. And Wodemaya was eating it, so he was telling the South Sudanese girls that, you know, we eat the same food. And then Wodemaya was eating groundnut soup. And then the groundnut soup, they cook it, and then they put some green leaf in it. And Wodemaya was saying, we are all the same. He said, that's the reason why I'm doing this. Yeah, we got plantain fufu, the Yoruba call it amala. Okay, you see? So it's the same damn food with different name and different way of cooking it. But when you look at the ingredient, it's the same thing. Libram Food and Travel. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. So it's the damn same food. Hey, LC Blog, finally you made it here today. Welcome. Oh, girl, I forgot I forgot. Don't worry about it. I forgot to check the ad. I think I checked the ad. Don't worry. Don't worry about it. Okay, Uche said that tribe don't eat amala, but we eat cassava fufu and pounded cassava yam. Okay, we eat the same thing. That's it. It's the same ingredient, Uche. It's the same thing with different name. That's all. So Wodemaya was explaining, and Wodemaya was like, okay. And when they were telling Wodemaya to swallow, so Wodemaya was like, no, this one I cannot swallow. I'm going to chew this because where I come from, you chew it. Thank you so much. Oh, you remember me? Yes, I do remember you. Yes, I do remember you. So it's the same thing. Okay, yeah. Janet said they call it alubo. Okay, you see, I say with different name, but the main ingredient is still the same damn cassava, the same plantain, the same egusi, right? You call it egusi. We, in my language, we call it mviele. But it's the same thing. You cook it different way, we cook it different way. That's all. So if for me, traveling around Africa, I don't get lost in the food because it's the same damn food. Different way of cooking. So what the Maya says, that's it. I'm telling you, it was very interesting, his last post. And I watched it and I'm like, okay, fine. So get back to the news here. So if you want to go on a cruise, the cruise people, they will give you the damn vaccine. You like it or you don't like it. But if you have already been vaccinated, then you have to show your little card. That's it. The only thing is they are trying, on my side of the world, they are trying to make it compulsory before you board the plane. I don't know if they're going to succeed, but there is one thing that I have learned about this country. When somebody put this idea there, it let it grow in the brain of the people, they're going to succeed. One day, boom, saying, if you don't have it, you cannot board the plane. Okay, Janet, the only African country that has nothing in common with our food is Liberia. Okay, listen to the name, Liberia. And if you know the history behind how this country was created, you answer the question. That's the reason why. Because it was the people that were here that they sent them back. But if you meet what they call the native, what I call the native Liberian, they eat our food. And their names are African names. And the people that came from here to over there, their name is much more English. And if you go into this kind of family, you will eat our native food, or they try to cook it a different way. That's all. That's all. Based on the history of the country. So that's the reason why the food is a little bit different in Liberia. Now, the second news here, the airline reinstating change and cancellation fees. Remember, during the height of the pandemic, you can cancel it free. Okay, Liberian, please don't come for me. I'm not the one. I'm not talking about your country. I love your country. I'm an Ivorian, so you guys know we have a border together, and when we cross, okay, so I've been to your country so many times. Don't come for me. I'm not the one who's writing. It's Auntie Janet who's saying, and Auntie Janet live in your country too. She say, you guys eat rice 365 days a year. Rice almost grew in my belly. Yeah, Gloria, I concur with you. The dividers, so they can conquer. Divide and conquer, girl. Yeah, they divided us, and then look, take South Sudan. Because the story of South Sudan, when it started, intrigued me so much that, you know, you guys know by now, I love to do research. I will read. I will try to understand. Okay. It was the same country, South Sudan and North country. It used to be called the Sudan. And then the northern part, because it's very close to Libya and the northern part of Africa. So the people, they have light skin and they tend to be much more Arabic. Okay. And then the southern part, people are much more darker than I am. They are this kind of dark that shine. Yeah, what we call Eben, the black, beautiful things. That's where they are. And then, unfortunately, and I'm going to use that, unfortunately, they find oil. And oil is just going to bring an issue. No matter where we find oil, it's going to bring an issue. Who's going to get it, who's not going to get it, and finally the European put their nose in it, and they have to divide the country into two. So now you have the northern part, which became much more Arabic, and the Sharia and the whole Nanya in the northern part. And the southern part is animist and Catholic, and the true African things, you know. So this is a country that was birthed, I think, 2 or 3 years ago. It's less than 5 years. It's a young country. In fact, it's the newest country on the map. That's it. And for safety reasons, they start bashing this country. But it's a safe place, and it's a beautiful little country. They just started. Okay. My country's been independent since 1960, so you can't compare to a country that just came on the platform. So that's the issue right there. So based on what Wudimaya was saying, and guess what? The government invited Wudimaya. They invited so that he can put their country on the international market. So when Wudimaya said, when he was invited, and he showed a letter from the foreign affairs that invited him to show up, everybody was telling him, don't go there, it's El Dorado, they shoot in the street and the whole nanya. Of course, this country has been war for more than 10 years, so it became independent. Even the countries that are here for so long, they're still killing people in the streets. So, but he went and is not disappointed for what he is showing regarding South Sudan. And what I like about the South Sudan, there is one tribe. These people grew up, and it seems like it's a gum that you are pulling. They just grew up. Okay, if you are short, you are 6 foot something, you are considered short. 6 foot something, you are considered short. This tribe, they are so tall. I'm like, what? And they said maybe it's the Nile, but the same Nile, everybody drink it. The same Nile water, but they are tall. It's like when the Maya was here, when the Maya became a ninja. The guy was so tall, he lifted up with the Maya. And with the Maya was like, how come you guys are so tall? They are so tall. And if you're 6 foot, I think 6 foot or 10, you are considered short. So I was intrigued. I'm telling you, when I read it, I'm like, what? Yeah. They are tall and dark. So it's interesting to learn all of these things. Yeah. So getting back to, to this one, I digress, I'm sorry. So here, the airline now, as we speak, if you book and then you change your mind, you're going to be charged like before. Yeah, cancellation fees. If you cancel it, you still be charged. So people has to know that, you know, yes, the vacation is over. The vacation is over. So right now, if you book, okay, Janet say Africa is gifted. Yeah, we are gifted. We have everything. Now, if you book your ticket, you better use that ticket and then travel. You cannot reschedule it. If you do reschedule it, Elsie, if you reschedule it, you're going to pay cancellation fees. Yeah. There is no flexibility. We've gone back to business as usual. So since April, American Airlines became the first carrier to resume reservation restriction when it came to basic economic fare, non-changeable and non-refundable. Yeah. So since April, we are in May. So don't think that, I'm going to book a ticket and then change my mind. I won't be able to go and I don't have to pay cancellation fees or late fees. No, 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 no. It is over since April. So if you book, you better travel or you pay, because you cannot say you're not paying. You use your plastic to pay. So they have all the infos on the plastic, so they can still charge your plastic because you cancel it. For cancellation fees, you will have to pay. It's an old airline. Now they want you to visit Iceland because it's a beautiful country. Because it's on the North Pole and it's very cold, but it's a beautiful country. So they are saying you have to go to see the ice, and they use the ice to do some artwork. People can carve the ice, they can create something beautiful, such as the replica of the White House, or the replica of this and that. They say that you have to go and see. And then the underground volcanoes that you can just go and visit. If you're crazy like I am, you can also go and visit the underground volcano activity. Okay, so we call it the fire. Okay, the landscape of Iceland is very beautiful. The skyscape, all of these things. If you are in a beauty thing like I am, you want to see something different. Okay, Philomene will, she will. And I know after me, she always go for LS. She always does an LS around 3 o'clock. She will visit you. And it's a friendly little country. I really like it. And Reykjavik is a well-known, it is a well-known city that, if you get a little bit of money, you can still go and visit. Because me, I'm just going to wait a little bit and see where we go from here. But for sure, next year, I'm going home. For sure. Next year, I'm going home. It's a must. I have to go. I'm going to go for 2 months. I have things to do over there. So I'm going home next year. And when I come back, then I will see how the flight from here to home, how I manage, how was it, and all of it. And then I will feel much more comfortable. And then I can decide to go somewhere else till I go home and come back. But for the time being, I'm planning inside here. I have a graduation coming this month, and I got the ticket, but I don't know if I'm gonna go. That's me, because the tickets I found is cheap, so I purchased it. But still, it's a 4 hours. Yeah, you come with me. Yeah, it's a graduation. It's my American family. The little man is graduating from college. This is one of the things that I love to do. graduation time. Last year, I got a ticket to go to Georgia for the graduation. The ticket still here is valid. Can you believe it? Normally, these are tickets that are valid for 1 year. But because of the situation around the world, my ticket is valid for 2 years. I have to use this Georgia ticket till hey, Kate is in town. Mama Kate, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. Okay, Kate, I have a question now that you're here. When I was doing the, I laughed so hard, and because I was at work, I could not ask you the question. Now that I'm in my apartment, I'm going to ask Kate. Okay, Kate, you were saying that, you cannot, during the premiere, you cannot, what? You cannot comment or something like that. And I'm like, how come? If you join. Okay, okay. Are you hungry? About me or somebody else? I told you, call me, I will teach you. You think Mama knows it? Mama doesn't know it. Mama is figuring things out. She says she cannot comment. She says she cannot comment during the but you have to type, like you just wrote something here. She says she need help during what's his name? During premiere. During premiere, she says she cannot comment. So she said, you are a pro. I'm not a pro. I'm trying to figure things out. I tap in here while the premiere is running. While the premiere is running. Hey, Ngozi word. Noai, welcome. Ngozi, Noai. And okay. Okay, replying. Okay, this is what you have to do. Like, right now, let's say, I'm going to show you. You have to type. I don't know why the word is. Okay, the arroba. If I want you to see it, then I said, okay, yes, this is it. So you type the arroba, and then when you start typing the name, it will pop out. You don't have to type all the name. Like, if you were in Premiere, when I put the arroba and then I start typing your name, it will just pop out, and then you click enter. It's the arroba that bring the name, and then the person could see it, it became orange. Is that the issue? Oh, there is something wrong. Ngozi, you cook and then you eat, and you didn't give me some. You didn't give me some, so that's the reason why your volume is wrong. Okay. Yeah, you just do the arroba. That's it. This is not complicated. I need best for Jesus. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, guys. Okay, Mama. Now you guys. So in the premiere, okay. So in the premiere, you say hello, and then you do the arroba. When you start typing the first letter, the name pop out, and then you hit enter. Then the person will see it. When the person see it, it became orange. This has nothing to do with you, Kate. Kate, it's the program, okay? Thank you, Anibes. Thank you, Anibes, for the thumbs up. Thank you, guys. So that's why you were mad at me. No, don't be mad. I'm a learning. I'm what to call it? Americans say what? Learning progress. I'm a learning progress. I don't know it all. Janet is screaming here, technology. We keep learning. Yeah, we keep learning. You made the mistake, and And if I tell you something, you guys going to laugh, okay? These people where I teach, they decided, and I don't know, yesterday night, I was on a conference call, and I even asked the lady, I said, why you guys choose me? Why? Then, because the way I asked the question, she knew I was not happy. The sound is back, good. Nobody knows it. It's only God who knows it. I don't know it. I'm learning. I'm in a learning progress. Yes, I'm on a learning curve. And that learning curve, I've been on it for so long, okay? And I'm having some issue with my wireless mouse. You guys, because when I was chosen, because the school has to be accredited. So that's going to take place on Monday. So people, they are sitting in Washington, D.C., and I'm going to sit in my apartment here, and I'm going to teach visa immigrant English, and I will be watched so that the school can be accredited. Okay, if you're not accredited, that's a huge responsibility. So I've been with them since 2008, and anytime they got the accredit, when they ask me, I say, no, I'm not one of the best. No. This year, they're like, no way, you are on the list. So we have to, because I have my full-time jobs, this is a part-time job. So I have to schedule yesterday night a meeting on something, a new software. Maybe some of you knows that Microsoft put on place that they call it Microsoft Team. Remember when we had this pandemic, everybody was using Zoom. Now, Zoom is so expensive that people, after using Zoom and paying, they decided to migrate to Microsoft Team because Microsoft Team is much more cheaper anyway, but it's the best with the same feature and the whole 9 yards. Aya has to learn Microsoft Team. Aya have to learn Zoom by herself. I'll watch so many videos. So when people say, why can't you post 2 videos a week? I can't, because outside, Ngozi said, okay, it's good with extra money. Yes, Microsoft Team is the best. Okay, you see, so she knows Microsoft Team. I have to learn Microsoft Team myself because in my regular job, they are not using Team. But this school, they are using Team. We started with Zoom. They dropped Zoom. Julie, welcome. They dropped Zoom. And now, when they scheduled the training, I was at my regular job. So being at my regular job, I could not do the training for Team. So I have to say, okay, don't worry, I will learn it on my own. So I did learn it on my own, guys. Yeah. And learn it on your own mean you have to watch so many videos, you have to try it out, trial and error, and then use it. So for 2 weekends, I did not do LS. There was time like that where I don't do LS. When you don't see me, Aya is learning something new. So I learned it, and now I master Team. But my laptop is old. Aya is old, so everything is old around her. And then everybody using HP. Aya is using Apple. So some of the software are not compatible with my platform iOS. So I have to tweak it to make it work. And now finally that I have the hands on it, they come and then they said, okay, we need what do you call it? A detailed lesson plan. A detailed lesson plan. This is what you have to do. They need you to talk about this and that. And I said to the lady yesterday, I said, okay, I hope you told them that the people that I'm teaching, some of them have never been to school. Some of them has never been to school. I said, she said, yes, we told them. I said, good. Hey, girl, She said, get the latest laptop. The school should be able. No, I'm not a full-time over there. It's a part-time, girl. It's a part-time job. So you have to provide. My laptop is 9 years old. Microsoft, Apple MacBook Pro. Apple MacBook Pro. When they came on board. Do you know the price right now? The latest one for 2021 and the latest for 2022, $1,200. That's the price right there. $1,200. And because I wants to put so many features on it, it's going to cost me $1,500. I need to save the money because Aya is crazy, Ngozi. I don't want no debt, so I have to have my money cash. Yes, I buy everything cash. At my age, I don't want no debt. When I don't have the money, I don't buy it. Yes, it's like my phone. Okay, that is why you have a lot to do. Woo, new one. That is it. Oh, yeah. Check it online, apple.com. You will see the price. So this is my thing, Ngozi. We have 9 minutes left. So yes, this is my thing, Ngozi. Now, I do always research. I'm going to research. I'm going to weigh out this and that. Then I look, there is an iMac. Yes, there's a new iMac for 2022. The new iMac got all the feature that Aya wants for $1,200, $1,200, okay? Now, the MacBook Pro doesn't have all the feature that I want, and it costs $1,200 as well. Okay, the iMac is not ready yet because we are not in 2022. So Aya is waiting to get the iMac when it come out. So now the MacBook Pro that are coming, there is no place to play a DVD. There is no DVD player. So you have to put everything on a USB. When I go home, back home in Africa, they still use DVD player. So I want to do a trading. Apple told me this, even though it worked fine, they're going to pay me only $30 for the trading. So I'm like, no, I'm not going for this. This computer still works fine. I still use it, and every feature that I want on it, my MacBook Pro. So I'm going to keep a MacBook Pro and then get the iMac to work with the iMac. And I still have a DVD player, a this is it, all the craziness that I want. Oh, girl, I don't even have to go to YouTube. I just go to their website. It's when I want to learn some new things. Yeah. So that's where Aya goes through all of these things. But this is a 10-year computer, and my 10-year computer still works fine. Yeah. So that's the issue with the things. And people telling me, why don't you buy an HP? They are cheaper. Okay, I have issue with the HP. The HP got me a nervous breakdown. I had decided to go back to school 8 years ago. I have an HP and I had decided to go to the website of the government of Ivory Coast to read what's going on back home, and it was full of virus. Once all of this was done, I did not know that the things was full of virus. I sat down, did my homework, my last exam. I needed to send it to the teacher to get my degree, okay? I paid big time money to get that degree for 2 years. The HP crashed. In remaining 3 hours, I have a nervous breakdown. Yes, I have a nervous breakdown. My HP crashed. Thank God I saved it to a USB. The report was 35 pages. biomedical informatics. Yeah. So I did not know what to do. I pick up the phone and I call my American family. They needed to save me. I called and I was on the phone like, Chris, it was like, time, what's going on? And I'm like, I need to send this. He said, okay, calm down, calm down. They have never seen me cry so much. He was like, Tiny, is somebody die in your family? That's my story for the HP. I said, no. So he said, okay, I'm coming. I said, bring a laptop. And he is a graphic designer. And as a graphic designer, he only used Apple. Since I have known this family, everything in the house is Apple. So he came to my apartment with his Apple that his daddy bought and gave it to him. He brought me the Apple, the Mac. He said, what's going on with it? He looked at it, he said, but this is full of virus. That's why the machine crashed. 1 hour has gone. Remaining 2 hours. It's a crash time. Okay, this paper need to be gone. Otherwise, I have failed. And all of this $12,000. Hey, welcome, Chinwe. The $12,000 that I pay for the class, it's gone under the drain. $12,000 is a lot of money, guys. You working and you paying to go to school. So he said, okay, this is it. And I have never used a Mac. So he set it up. He said, where is your USB? I gave him the USB. He put it on it. The computer took it. We send the paper. Everybody gone to school here. When the paper is due, your last semester to get your exam, your degree, you better send it. You don't send it, you fail. There's nothing else that you can do. So we send it. When we send it, he sat me down and he said, Time. My advice is buy yourself a Mac. The way they are made, it comes with a lifetime virus protector inside the computer. You won't have all of this issue, crying and having a nervous breakdown. No more. No more HP. Do you hear me? I say yes. So he took his Mac, he went online, and he told me, when you buy a Mac for school, you get $100 off, and there is a new computer called MacBook Pro. This is what you're going to get. And by that time, this machine was $900 8 years ago. Okay? So we order the Mac, and then they deliver it to me, and I learn it on my own, and I fell in love with it, and I decided no more HP. That's the story, and I have passed an exam. Yeah, graduated with honor GPA 4.0. Yeah. So since then, no HP. You cannot tell me to get an HP. Ngozi say, Aya, Sister Janet say, your village people came as you were about to find out. Janet, no village people. Janet, no village people. I said I went to my country, the government website, and it was full of viruses. No village people. No village people. Okay, Janet, no village people. I went there to read what's going on back home. And that's where, because it's HP, it was, and I have antivirus protector. I just renew it. It cost me $50. Yeah. But still, the viruses in Africa are so strong. My computer just went blank. Yeah. But since I have this one, no issue, no virus, nothing. That's it. No issue at all. And this, this 10 years old computer has served me for my $900 that I paid. So I fell in love with Apple. So nowadays you cannot tell me to go HP. No, no, because I don't know if I have to go again to school, what I have to take. So that's the reason why I'm saving my money to get myself an iMac. Yeah, the latest. I'm telling you, I fell in love when I look at it, the futures and everything, how fast it is, and the whole nine. Yeah, yeah. And also, you know, it lasts long time. I'm still using something that is 10 years old. Ah. Sister, I just, how are you doing? Yeah, that's the things. That's the reason why nobody's gonna convince me to buy an HP. No, because I just had a nervous breakdown. I saw my 12. My $12,000 that I invested in that school through the, I was like, no way. So I said to myself, no way, I cannot fail. So I didn't know what to do. I called my American family, and then police was like, Tiny, is somebody die back home? What's going on? I said, no, I have this project that I've been working on it. I said, because as you guys know, English is not my primary language. We are all Africans. So sometimes you write, and if you don't pay attention, you're writing directly from your native language to English, and it doesn't make sense. So I will write, good night, yes, go to bed, it's late on your side. Thank you for listening to my craziness here. So I will call them, or I will send the draft, because they only speak one language. And because they speak one language, the train of thought, the way they understand it, is completely different from us. So they will read it and correct it and email it back and forth. But no, the machines are the best. Honestly speaking, the machines are the best. Okay, remember Sister Gloria, I have an old iPhone. I'm not a trendy person. I'm not buying because, oh, no. Yes, you write English, Igbo. That's what they call it, because we speak so many languages. When you start to write English, that's, so me, I will write it, and then I will send it to somebody who speak only one language. And then they will read it and email it back to me, and with so many corrections. Yeah, so, and then I will rewrite it. Yeah, but when you speak different languages, this is the way it goes. So my phone is an old phone. Okay, right now we are iPhone 12. We're going for 13 for 2022. Aya has iPhone 6. So think about it. 6. This phone died on me. Sister Gloria knows about it. The phone just died. Because what Apple does it, when you have an old phone, they start updating, send you the update, and your phone cannot support the new update. So the phone just died. So when the phone died, my phone died, my iPad died, because everything is old. We're going for iPhone 13, and Aya has iPhone 6. Think about it. So the phone died on me. When the phone died on me, and also I have cut my home phone, so I cannot connect with the world. So I was forced. Do you blame the phone? No, I did not blame the phone. I blame myself. Yes, I will never any, because my laptop only 1 year old. I can now use. Yeah, you can use it. You see? Yeah. So I decided. I said, okay, you just go. So I went online. I went online and I ordered iPhone 10. They call it iPhone XR. That's the cheapest because the 11, the 12, $1,200, $900. I'm like, what? When I went on Apple site and I saw the prices, I'm like, what? Yeah, they're like, okay, $900. And then the next phone, I'm like, no, I can't buy this. Then I start looking below the and the 10, the iPhone 10 is expensive. Then I say, what's the XR? What's the difference between the XR and all of this? I sat down, read everything, and the XR is $300 cash. And I'm like, okay, this one I can buy. So I paid cash. And then the next day I have a phone, but for 24 hours, I did not have a phone. And I was thinking that my mini iPad was working. No, the mini iPad nowadays, when I run it, the the YouTube, it goes like that. So I have to, I use marketing here. Yes, I use the UT discount. It's $100 off. No, not on the phone, on the computer and then on the iPad, because you can use it at school. On the phone, no. Get used to Apple product. My daughter has been using iPhone for the past 4 years, and I still found it difficult to operate. Oh no. Because he said everything is outdated. Okay, your sister is outdated. Your sister is outdated, so everything is outdated. Ngozi, Aya is outdated. Aya is an old chick, so everything is outdated. There are a few things I'm not going to invest money in it. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, there are a few things I will invest the money. Okay, my electronic, like my computer, I don't mind buying my new iMac $1,500 or whatever. No, I will save that money. I got it. I just go online, debit, and then they deliver it to me, and Aya is happy. That's it. But some of the things, I'm like, no. But Apple, people change. My American family, they change the phone. They are waiting for the Apple 13. They are waiting. And Chris told me, they are not complicated. Once you get used to it, you cannot use anything else. They are not complicated. I'm telling you, even this computer is old, but I'm so used to it. So I know all the in and out. That's it. The only thing is old nowadays. So even when I open like a 10 window, it slows the process down. That's it. That's what I find out. So I cannot open so many windows. And most of the time when I'm teaching and I'm telling these people something they don't understand, then I have to open a window, go on YouTube so they can see it. And then they know, oh, so this is what you're talking about, teacher. And I say, yes. And then I drop it down there and I come back and I'm on one window. If there's like a 20 window on this screen, then it slow down. And then when you open the window, it starts spinning. And because it's old, that's all. Because it's old, guys. Other than that, it's fun to watch. At least you don't have virus. You don't have to pay antivirus. And then it doesn't just die on you when you needed it to send your homework, and then you don't lose your brain and start to cry that you're going to fail your exam. And you don't want to fail exam when you have spent this kind of money, you know. So guys, and I love you. We're going to close here. Is 1:09. Okay, love you all. I'm going to close it. Thank you for coming, and I see you, God willing, because yeah, we have to give it to God. See you, God willing, next week. Okay? Ngozi, when you cook, think about me. And what's his name? Noain, when you cook. And Janet, I have seen your okra. And I look at this okra, the thumbnail, and I went like that. I need some pounded yam, like we pound it back home, you know? Like you pound it back home, right? I say, I need to pound it, yeah, my yam, and then pour the, Janet, I was sitting here, I'm just dreaming, and pour the okra on top, wash your hand, sit on the ground, and just cut it and then start enjoying it. The okra makes sense. Yeah. Guess what? But the okra is a diuretic, okay? When you eat it, everything slides in and then you go to the bathroom. When I saw the thumbnail, that was where my brain went. Okay? So, Janet, going to see that okra now. Yeah, I'm telling you, that okra, I'm telling you, that thumbnail. That thumbnail. And then, Janet, you see the little shot. Oh, your shot blew up yesterday with a salmon. That blew up yesterday. I'm like, yeah, the sister is rolling here. That is very true. I tell you, it's a diuretic, you know. It's a diuretic. And if you are diabetics, and the reason why I know this, somebody dear to me, study this. Our food, if you're diabetic, what kind of food you can eat. And okra is one of it, I'm telling you. And it's really, really good if you're diabetics. So you guys see. So bye, guys, okay? Bye, guys. Let's dream about Janet. Janet okra. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. You guys are all much appreciated for your support.